Blu-ray discs. Now I'm gonna explain you what is Blu-ray disc, its history, how does it work, the types and variation, and lots of other information about it. Blu-ray, also known as Blu-ray disc, is the name of a next-generation optical disc format jointly developed by BDA, a group of leading consumer electronics and PC companies. The format was developed to enable recording, rewriting, and playback of HD video, as well as storing large amounts of data. The format offers more than 5 times the storage capacity of traditional DVDs and can hold up to 25 gigabytes on a single layer disc and 50 gigabytes on a dual layer disc. But before coming on the Blu-ray disc, I'd like to explain some previously used optical storage mediums. CD was the first generation of discs. It can store up to 700 megabytes of information and has the longest of discs wavelength of laser. Second generation is DVD. It can store almost 5 gigabytes of information, has better quality of sound and video, and has shorter read wavelength. The Blu-ray disc is the third generation of discs and can store up to 50 gigabytes of information and the shortest wavelength of blue laser. Here we can visually compare the rays of different discs. How do optical Blu-ray work? Blu-ray is a descendant of Laserdisc, part of a group of storage media collectively known as optical discs. CDs, DVDs, and later Blu-ray discs are some of the best-known examples of this media. These discs use the same form factor, and devices that read them use lasers. Optical disc has a layer where bits and flat area contain the disc's data in simple binary. A bit represents 0, whereas a flat area represents 1. A laser is pointed at the disk as it spins. Then the laser light hits a flat area, it reflects towards a photoelectric cell which then detects the light, and when the laser light spikes a bit, it doesn't get reflected towards the photoelectric cell. This way the photoelectric cell can interpret the laser's light as binary data. Reflected light equals 1, no light equals 0. This binary is then processed by a computer as data, a movie or music, for instance. How much an optical disc can store depends on how small the bits can be made on the physical disc and the type of laser being used to read the disc. For instance, Blu-ray uses blue lasers, which have a smaller wavelength than the red DVD or the infrared lasers used with CDs. Because the smaller wavelengths make the Blu-ray beam more precise, more data can be stored on the same surface area, approximately 5 times more than on its predecessor, DVD. Added to that, Blu-ray is so-called third-generation optical disc. At the time of writing, fourth-generation optical discs are still in development. Now let's talk about formats and for what are they. BD-ROM read-only for pre-recorded content. BDR recordable for PC data storage. BDRW rewritable for PC data storage too. And the last is BDRE rewritable for HDTV recording. By size, we can divide it into 3 types: a single layer, a double layer, TDK. Blu-ray disc, which is roughly the same size as a DVD, can hold up to 27 gigabytes of data. That's more than 2 hours of high-definition video or about 13 hours of standard video. A double-layer Blu-ray disc can store up to 54 gigabytes, enough to hold about 4.5 hours of high-definition video or more than 20 hours of standard video. TDK is recently announced that they have created a working Blu-ray disc capable of holding 200 gigabytes of data. Now we can see the circuit diagram of Blu-ray disc and explore what it consists of. Now let's go through its advantages and disadvantages. Blu-ray discs are better armed than current DVDs. They came equipped with a secure encryption system, a unique ID that protects against video piracy and copyright infringement. Blu-ray has a higher data transfer rate, don't have the problems with birefringence and disc tilt, record high-definition television without any quality loss, instantly skip to any spot on the disc, record one program while watching another on the disc, automatically search for an empty space on the disc, access the web to download subtitles and other extra features, edit or recorder programs recorded on the disc. But it's very expensive technology. You will need a 1080p TV to really see the difference. Not widely used by the general public. High definition capacity is not substantial amount. Higher price for purchase. At the end, I want to say about Blu-ray disc player. There are many advantages going to the Blu-ray disc player and its media. Better image quality, better audio quality, and tons of special features. As I have already said, Blu-ray discs deliver high-definition 1080p image quality, which is the best way to get the most out of your HD TV, while the DVD is limited to standard definition. Blu-ray also offers sharper images and contrast-richer colors. And what about audio? Same goes. More capacity on the disc means less compressed audio and higher quality sound. As for special features, a lot of new Blu-ray disc players connect to the internet, so we can instantly stream online entertainment without even having to hook your TV up to a computer. Also, some Blu-ray disc players are now 3D capable, so we can watch movies in 3D right at your home. Of course, if we have 3D capable HD TV source, 3D content, and 3D active glasses. In conclusion, I want to mark that Blu-ray discs will definitely change the future of the video industry, and I think that Blu-ray discs have won the battle against HD DVDs and will continue to grow, and eventually replace the DVDs at the standard disc format.